Okay, what is your grievance?
I just want to know why you hate single mothers so much.
And what makes you think I hate single mothers?
The way you talk about everyone on your channel.
Okay, and what have you heard? What am I talking about?
You just make single mothers sound like complete scum.
Did you listen to the first 15 minutes of the video?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh my. Megan, I'm not going to repeat it because I already covered it for the rest of the audience. I said in the chat to go back and watch the beginning and you'll understand it. There's no hate. Like, what is the grievance here exactly?
On your other videos that you talk about single moms, you talk about them like they're complete trash. And I'm not a single mother, but I think it's really offensive.
Okay, so what's your position? So why are you actually offended by that if you're not a single mother?
I'm offended because my mom raised me as a single mother.
Okay,
and I don't think you should be talking trash about women who are working hard with what they have.
Okay, so what's the trash? Explain the trash part to me.
Some of the other things you say in other videos, you
Like
just
what?
make women sound horrible. Like men are so much better than women. Women are just about fucking you guys.
Can you be specific?
I am being specific. I want to know why you have such an anger and hatred in your heart towards single mothers.
There's no anger, there's no hatred.
That's not what it comes up with when you watch your videos.
John?
I have zero anger or hatred or dislike for the single mothers that I've dated at all. Even the one that was like kind of crazy and like stood me up and didn't like that I was a good father.
I find
I don't have no problem with them at all, but they're not compatible for me to date. It's not a good option for me to spend time with and put resources into at all. It hasn't worked out, and I don't see a positive situation for me personally.
So let's ask this question for clarity. So what do you think this hate is?
Well, I obviously think you've been hurt by women, and I know you like to laugh about that, but it's not nice
I was hurt by the government.
What?
I was hurt by the government.
Well, I'm sure you were, and you guys can have your own opinion on women, but some women are trying their hardest. You know, some men aren't that great to them.
So why are you so offended? Like, I'm confused, because if I say something like, well, you're far better off dating a woman without children than a woman with children, why is that deemed as hatred by you?
It's not hatred, but some of the things you guys say on not you guys, just Richard.
Okay.
Some things that you say are very offensive towards women. Like, you obviously think that men are so much better.
What is offensive?
Well, I've watched a bunch of your videos. I can't remember everything off the top of my head. I just don't get why.
What are you offended by, Megan? That's what I'm asking you. What is it that you're offended by?
Why are you telling men not to date women that have children?
Because women without children are better.
That's not true.
Why is it not true?
What makes them better than women that don't have children?
I mean, how many single mothers have you dated?
I dated single dads before I got married, and you know what? Single dads aren't all they're cracked up to be either.
Okay, so a woman without kids doesn't bring the level of complexity to a man's life that a woman with kids brings. You understand that, right?
Sort of, but I just find it offensive the way you talk about mothers.
Well, you're only offended because it's true. People don't get offended if it's a lie.
I don't find it necessarily true. I had a deadbeat father. That you don't go around raw dogging women and making children.
I mean, I'm sorry. Women need to have accountability for who they choose to have sex with.
Yes, that's
why is it always a guy's fault? I mean, I'm sorry, but like, unless she was raped, like, women are in control of who puts their penis in them, and they have options of like 30 to 40 different types of birth control. I'm sorry, but like that's ridiculous. Okay, like, I'm sorry, that's one of the biggest problems with single mothers is there's no accountability.
What do you think?
You chose to have sex with an undesirable male that wasn't going to be around and got pregnant by them, and you have 30 to 40 different options of birth control.
Yeah, but how do you know that a guy's not going to be around?
I date you, and then we get married someday. Like I'm financially responsible for your children now, also because of a mistake you made.
So did your mother take any ownership in this mistake, or was it all your dad's fault?
No, my mother takes responsibility as well.
Okay, so maybe I should ask you this question. Why do you hate men?
I don't hate men. I have a son. I don't hate men. I love my husband. I have a son.
Well, it
I
seems
have
like
a brother.
resentment towards men and things that I say about,
No, I get resentment to people that are talking shit about single mothers. Like some women
uh,
work
uh,
really hard to raise their kids.
it's YouTube, so try to limit the swearing.
Sorry.
So my question to you is, you think that single mothers are just as good as women without children, or they're better?
I think I'm a good mother and I'm a good woman and I have children.
We're not talking about you because you're married, right? You're a happily married woman.
Yeah.
Or are you looking to get divorced? Like, where
No.
is your relationship?
No, happily married.
Okay, so you're a happily married woman with children, but you're offended because I say to guys, hey, look, guys, if you're a 30-year-old man, you're chasing excellence, you don't have any kids, you want to get on your purpose in life, stay away from single mothers. And that's offensive because why exactly?
Because there's women out there that have kids that are single mothers that are good women.
Okay, but a woman without children in tow is a better choice for that guy. So why would he invite that level of complexity into his life?
But some men love children. So what's wrong with opening your heart to someone's child?
Let me ask you this question. So you're a mother with a son. So let's say that your son is 25 years old and he says, hey, mom, I got this great girl. She's got 3 kids, 2 of them from different fathers. I'm going to bring them over for Thanksgiving.
It depends on the woman.
Oh, now it depends.
No, it depends on women because some women are completely crazy and some women are really nice people.
Right, but let's say your son is dating 3 women and 2 of them don't have any children. They've got a great future ahead of them. You know, they're all 25. Your son's 25 years old. They've got a university degree, blah, blah, blah. And he's got this one girl who's got 3 kids in tow from 2 different fathers, who's also 25, who's got a train wreck of a life right now. She doesn't have things together and she brings drama to the table. Would you be telling your son you should pick that woman with 3 kids, or you should go to Sally over there who doesn't have 3 kids?
I would probably say the girl without kids, but I'm not saying that they're better. It's not that funny.
We're not saying the woman is better.
Better choice.
We're taking all emotion out of it, and we're looking at, like, you know, factual things that are going to happen to your life. Like, you're going to take on more of a load, more responsibility. It's harder work to date a woman with kids.
There's some men that have do it with a married woman.
A woman with children.
Okay, well, I'm not saying they're better or not. I'm just saying I don't think you should talk so much crap about mothers.
It's just advice. I have friends who have married women who had children and had children with them. Awesome, great. I don't think any less of them at all. But like, if they were to call me and ask me for advice, I'd say, I don't know if this is the best idea for you. Just being honest. Not because she's not a good person or whatever. I don't know anything about that. I'm just saying, just financially, whatever. Are you sure? I'm going to check to make sure they're absolutely sure. Because,
that's fair.
Some guys are going to be willing to take on the extra burden. Fine. That's up to them. But guys need to understand that they don't have to. You're not forced into that situation. And I think a lot of guys feel like they're conditioned into, like, you have to date single women. You don't. You're allowed to have whatever boundaries you want to. And I think that's the message we're trying to get across. You can decide however you want to live your life. You can decide on whoever you want to date, and it's okay.
Yeah, so, that's fair.
So Megan, are you a stay-at-home mom or do you work?
I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Okay, awesome. So that's a nice job to have. And you got 1 child, two children?
2.
Okay.
2.
And your husband works full-time?
Yeah.
What does he do for a living?
He's a contractor.
Okay, so you've got a guy that's facilitated a life where you can be a stay-at-home mom and raise your son and be the parent that you want it to be. But you chose this man because he could facilitate that. You could have had the choice of another guy, let's say, that was also a contractor, but had 3 children in tow from a prior marriage. But you chose the guy that had more disposable income because you wanted that to facilitate your stay-at-home mom lifestyle, yeah?
Well, I also help my husband.
I have nothing against single women. I date a lot of single women. There's some beautiful single women out there. I'm just saying that you have to make educated choices as an adult if you want to get great results out of life. You have the result that you have right now as a stay-at-home mom raising your son because your husband facilitates that because of his job, because he didn't bring extra drama to the table. You chose that. That was a good choice.
Yeah.
You would probably encourage your son to do the exact same thing when he's an adult. It's got nothing to do with we don't like or we like single mothers. It's a better choice for men that are putting a dent in the universe to not invite that layer of complexity in their life. That's all it is.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
You get it?
I get it.
Same page.
Awesome. We're on the same page.
Okay, thank
We
you.
want people to be happy. She's doing a great job.
Oh gosh.